Welcome back to Death of the Outsider. We have finished this level, the Royal Conservatory, and it is time to move on. So let's go to the Shindaerey North Quarry. We were successful at being ghostly. Killed quite a few people. We got all the bone charms. That is nice, but there was plenty of coins left for us on the level. Although we have all the equipment we can have, there was only a few upgrades that I could have picked that we didn't get. We got the contracts, and we have multiple special actions done as well. Now for a small video. Actually, so this is the level A Hole in the World. I think this is the final level. The silvergraph plate you recovered from the Royal Conservatory points to a secret location far away in the mountains near Shindaerey Peak. Once you're there, find an entrance to the void and eliminate the outsider.
There's a darkness at the center of all things. It'll change you if you think about it too much, but it's always there. It waits for you. When I was in hiding, I tried to forget everything that I was. Now I aim to keep my promise to a dead man, someone who meant the world to me. Sometimes I still hear Daud's voice echoing through the metal of this miserable knife. This is the strangest, most important thing I've been through, and that's saying a lot. There's a mining complex on Shindaerey Peak, somehow so obscure that most people don't believe it exists. That mad cult lives there, protecting the one place that can bring me face to face with the outsider himself. Years ago, I heard Daud talking about the void, a fear that grips your throat, bends your spine, but I can't turn away now. What will we have left if the outsider's gone? His name might be lost to the void. But tonight, I'll find out if he can still bleed. This is the place. Shindaerey North Quarry. It shouldn't exist, but from what I can see, this place is real. At least for now.
Here, the void is closest to the surface of reality. Breaking through and spilling out all the fear and power the Abbey of the Everyman tries to hide. You have uncovered more than most. What you do now will change the world.
You again. You know, I used to wonder if you'd speak to me. I almost wanted it. Every street kid, every desperate wretch pushed to the edge. They all wanted you to speak to them. Why didn't you? Why me, now? You know I'm here to end this. You and this disgusting cult.
People have come to this place for centuries wanting many things. To elude death, to seek forbidden knowledge. They are never satisfied no matter how much they take. Not even the dead find peace here. You will find another relic of the cult's heart. A piece of whatever god came before my time. You will find the people who murdered me. When I knew them, they had names and ambitions. Now, they wander this place, their minds snared up with terrible secrets, keeping hidden the unspeakable ritual that made me what I am. Deep in the void, they put a knife to my throat and tore my name away. You have found the knife. Maybe you can find my name in the black viscera of this place, if you care to look.
Why are you telling me this? What do you want?
We both know how a mob can justify a murder to themselves. Who I was or what I wanted never mattered to the cultists here. I will not speak to you again. The next time we meet, you will be face to face with what was done to me all those years ago. Your mind echoes with everything that Daud wants you to do. But I am here to say that you have a choice, Billie Lurk.
There we go. That was an interesting conversation. We can either kill him, or we can find another way. Quite the daunting prospect, that. Killing a god. Now, the interesting bit is, why isn't he stopping her? We have a travel log. I think I read that, but I didn't read the Stolen Archive one. Can't remember seeing this. So, I might have read it before, but I will read it regardless. The twin-bladed knife. Daud is dead. I am all that is left of him. Me, and this knife I can't let go. Dolores Michael's bank was a puzzle box of miserable secrets, and right at the center was the reason for it all. A woman taught to breaking, and the knife she had tried to hide. The outsider handed the knife to me himself. He wants to know what I'm going to do with it. He will find out soon enough. Why does this thing have two blades? Nothing ever gets stuck between them. None of this void shit ever makes any sense. Alone again. I burned Daud's body today. When I left the whalers, the rat plague was still piling corpses in the streets. There wasn't anyone alive in those months who didn't learn grief. Even Daud nearly lost himself to it then, but I can't lose myself. Not now. Not again. When Deirdre died, who I was or what I'd done died too. No one else saw me like she did. No one, until I met Daud, and he gave me purpose again. When I left Dunwall, I let it heal over with lies. But my time back with Daud reopened that wound. All I can hope now is that I helped him in his final days, just like he helped me. Stolen secrets. At the bank, I learned more about the pharmacist Cienfuegos. He was an eyeless and an artist too. He painted the void and was close to finding out how the cult leaders reached that place. He stole documents from Dolores Michaels and sent them to the Royal Conservatory. I need to find them so I can see what he saw. His paintings are quiet, if a painting can be quiet. Quiet but unsettled. He wanted to know everything, uncover every secret. He was searching just like me, and he was killed for it. A broken coven. The last time I was in Syria Gardens, the Royal Conservatory had become a nest for the same coven of witches I'd worked with in Dunwall years ago. The curator, Brianna Ashworth, and a group of women were living there, performing odd rituals with bones and glass. Now, the Abbey of the Everyman and their witch hunters have taken it over and are gutting the place of all traces of black magic. If I'm lucky, the documents I need haven't been burned yet. When the outsider is gone and the overseers can't use him to prey on people's fears, I'll be there, laughing as the abbey falls to pieces. I wonder if that was what Sister Rosawin was so afraid of. A hole in the world. The way to Shindaerey, North Quarry. I will never know exactly what Sister Rosawin saw in her visions, but something made her hesitate. Something made her hold on to that silver gravel long enough for me to save it from the fire. The archive that Cienfuegos stole shows me exactly where the void touches our world, where I can reach the outsider. I don't know what else I'll find there. All the whispers and legends say something terrible. Something you can't forget. I won't know what's true until I reach it. What do you pack for a journey to the void? I just left everything behind. So, Sister Rosawin probably saw exactly this last part here, the abbey falling to pieces, because what is the purpose of the abbey if the outsider doesn't exist? Leaving Karnaca. Every day Karnaca gets smaller. That swarming, stinking city, now nothing but a few lights in the distance. But I can't look back anymore. The void is closer with every step. It's quiet out here. Sometimes all I can hear is my own breath, my own heartbeat. It reminds me of being on the open ocean, feeling like you're the only one left alive. Feeling like the world won't care if you don't come back. Nothing but me and my thoughts. My choice. Everything I've done led me to this place, to this moment. Killing the Duke's brother when I was a kid. Betraying Daud, helping Emily retake the throne. But even then, I never felt important. I was always just another desperate person trying to make sense of her life. I watched my whole world being taken from me, and over. This time, I gave it all up on my own. I am climbing the mountain. I don't know what waits for me there, but the outsider is watching, and he knows it was my choice to go to the summit. The outsider hasn't known anything but hatred for thousands of years. He was killed to fulfill a purpose. No one asked him what he wanted. The lights went out in his world, and his eyes adjusted to the dark. I know what real loneliness is like. If it hadn't been for Daud, I would have died from it. Now, I'm walking into the void to face the loneliest creature in the world. Maybe the outsider knows I'm just chasing down someone who can give me a bit of purpose. I have nothing left except promises to the dead. When I reach him, I will see more clearly than ever. He's close. My nights on this mountain have been sleepless, but last night I dreamed about the outsider. I knew I would, sooner or later. He was held in the void, eyes shut tight, as if he were dreaming something just as terrible. I didn't hesitate. I put my living hand to his cheek, then pushed the knife deep into his chest. I leaned into it with my whole body as it slid into him with a shudder, blood welling up over my fingers. His eyes opened then. I saw him face to face just for a moment. Then he fell, trembling in the dark, and all I could see was Deirdre, twitching in the gutter like the day she died. I had to force myself to wake up just so I could look away. I know the knife becomes a part of me when I can't see it. I feel it in my chest, in my throat. I could hate the outsider for what he's done to me, twisting up the few memories I hold dear, showing me horrors I never wanted to witness, leaving me with ragged pieces of myself all bound up in shadows. Can I end his miserable life for that? Okay, so... not sure how she got here. Well, she climbed the mountain, I suppose.
I died because they demanded it. But soon, there won't be any more demands.
Where is everyone? I hate this place already.
There more of them?
What is that thing? Ah! It makes my eye burn.
There doesn't appear to be more of them. I'm not even sure if there are things to loot on this level. I don't remember. It's been quite some time since I played this level. Shindaerey or Shindaerey, North Quarry. Let's get up on that head. Looks quiet enough. The rats have anything to tell us.
Some days stone, some days iron. Shiver, then still. Here tastes like blood, and nothing but dust. Bird here, but not always. Some days stone, some days iron. Shiver, then still. Here tastes like blood, and nothing but dust.
Okay, so they basically had the same thing to say. It is a very big mining complex. What is that? Yeah, I think this place is, I guess we could call it haunted in a way. There is something very wrong here. Difficulties continue at Shindaerey, North Quarry. Concerning reports have disrupted mining activity at Shindaerey, North Quarry yet again, with many working on-site complaining of unsettling visual and auditory hallucinations. These have ranged from seemingly innocuous instances of misplaced equipment to large sections of the mine disappearing and reappearing within hours. The widespread nature of these collective hallucinations have made them difficult for the Shindaerey mining company to dismiss. Furthermore, rumors of black damp miners' slang for a lack of breathable air caused by underground gases have spread, leading to several threats of a general strike across the company's workforce, as well as a growing labor shortage as many miners choose to leave the troubled site. Accusations of poor working conditions, particularly lack of adequate ventilation, are entirely unfounded and ultimately harmful to our operations, said Berenice Castiglia, a representative of the Shindaerey mining company, when reached for comment. We are committed to the health and safety of our workers and have taken steps to ensure those reporting headaches, memory loss and hallucinations have access to proper counseling and treatment. This apparently was the wardrobe facilities, it would seem. There's a bone charm here. Bird of prey. Drop assassination restores some health. Hook mines. I distinctly remember something being very wrong about this place when I played it the last time. And I'm not just talking about the void disturbances, that there's just something very wrong. Seems to be the workers' barracks. With another bone charm, healthy appetite. Food restores more health. Is there any purpose to try. No, I don't think we can get up there. Save and go down here. Miner's letter. I suspect that name is pronounced Schwan or something similar. I know you don't believe me, but I saw it again. The air shivered and split apart and sealed up again like it was a river crust. The rest of the day I didn't recognize anyone's faces. It was like their mouths and noses and eyes all blurred together like a bad silver graph. I had to guess who was who based on their clothes. We didn't leave Dunwall for this shit. When the Pendleton mines closed up, we thought, now's our chance, we can go to Sarkonos. There's better pay and better weather. Now? Maybe we should have stayed. I don't know. I can't handle this. I can't go down there not knowing what I might see. Please, you have to believe me. You're the only one who knows. Your brother, Niall. Take shots, those are most welcome. Okay. And there's this building here. The question is though, can we get it back up here if I go down there? Yes, we can. Okay, so this seems to be some kind of foreman's office. Okay, so I can't open the gate properly. Silver rush at Shindaerey Peak. Silver fever swept through Karnaca this week as would-be prospectors hoisted a shovel and left to strike it rich at Shindaerey Peak. The recent discovery of thick veins of silver ore at Shindaerey North Quarry has brought unprecedented profits to mining companies and small claim holders alike. Reports say the lightest stroke of the pick uncovers silver nuggets worth thousands. The wild rush to make a fortune means that claims on the peak are going fast. But there are still opportunities for work as miners with the Shindaerey Mining Company. The company offers a percentage of profits to all who sign on to dig for them. So, what are you waiting for? To Shindaerey. Food. Not really sure how to get into that room. What I could try is... if I turn the crank wheel... I should be able to set a displace marker like that. Take shots and blast resistance bone charm. We take less damage from explosions. That is absolutely not useful to me at all. I don't think there's anything else of interest in here. At least that's a location we have where there will be some gear, equipment in terms of grenades and the sort. Okay, let's go into the area itself.
ones who made me have watched them away for centuries with the dead eye, rotting from the inside. But they will be my case.
Shindaerey North Quarry.
She will peel back all the lies and symbols. For some, a catastrophe. For others, a revelation. And for some, my death will be a promise.
Okay, so there are people here.
Calm yourself, Antero. You had that coming and you know it. How will you find wisdom when you ignore the simplest tenets? Seek no solace in mundane things, cast aside distractions. Your little pets were distracting your gaze from the void.
Where's the harm? I was just feeding the rats and talking to them, like the lonely rat boy from the stories.
We're not in a story. The void needs you.
I don't want to go to the void anymore. I've seen what happens. The stone drips more than your body. It takes over your mind and heart.
This is our purpose, why we're here. Don't fight the influence of the endless and empty.
I don't want to. I'm scared. I don't want to become like them.
Don't worry, you won't.
Well, that's them dealt with.
Why do they look like that? What goes on here?
Yeah, their faces seem to be slightly distorted. I'm guessing there is more of them inside that building. It's, do you guys have anything to say?
Flesh biting, cold stone hard, tastes bad, breaks teeth. No blood in them anymore. Now they're bones.
Okay, so these cultists doesn't even taste good. Not that I would try to eat them, of course, but the rats... You wouldn't think that the rats are that picky. We've got the whirlwind bone charm. What does that do? Sword attack speed is slightly faster. We don't need that either. Okay. It's a code lock to get into the next area, which probably means that we have to go in here. And I fully expect there to be more of these bizarre cultist people in here. But I can see any of them in the first floor. Okay. Very careful around here. What does this crank door do? Okay. I have no idea what that is good for. Electrical burst will take shot. Okay, so we know there are some equipment lying around down here. Doesn't appear to be anyone present there. Let's quick save just to be on the safe side. More wardrobes. Difficulties continue at Shindaerey North Quarries. We have already read that. Okay. I can hear a bone charm, but it's underneath us, I believe. Ah, there is someone out there. Still leaves the question, are there anyone down here? Not that I can see. I also wonder how I get into the second floor building behind us, or the part of the building. We'll figure that one out soon enough. Guess this is the foreman's office. Supervisor. Supervisor's note. Address DOS. The front gate code is 832. I can't stay here a minute longer. For a while it was just the little flashes of light, like cracks in a window pane. But now I hear voices, and it's not just a few whispers, whole conversations like they're right beside me. Sometimes I see strange people out of the corner of my eye, but then they're gone. It's like everything shivers and changes in front of me, and then it's back to normal, like nothing happened. This place is cursed. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not waiting for it to get worse. I am going back to Karnaca. Connor. Okay, that is necessary and useful information. Let's get... No, that was not what I meant to do. And that won't work. So what's the deal with that second floor? I mean, it might have something to do with that crank wheel and the floor thing that we can elevate. Because I can probably get those planks away. Like that. But it still requires me to actually be able to open the door. Yeah. It was actually that simple. Okay. Well, there is a bone charm here. It's a black one. Perfect balance. Maintain your balance after displace interpenetration and sustain only half damage. What on earth is displace interpenetration? I have no idea. Displace interpenetration? Like if I go through something? Oh well.
I saw you hasten from the library yesterday. You communed with the eye. Tell me how you feel. For my studies.
Yes. I stared into its core and recognized myself. Ah! Ah!
that's him done for. There is one over there.
Outsider's death.
That I've never seen before. Oh. Okay, so I have a much better aim now than I used to have. That's something at least. But I think I want to get more ammunition. I have 15 at the moment. I believe there was something in this cupboard. That puts us at 18. That should suffice. Save. Get back up there. As per usual, I do like to take the non-direct routes whenever possible. There doesn't appear to be more of them down here, but you never can tell. Let's take a quick look around. There is something up there. Okay, so I think we're fine with going down here. We could probably also open this. I think it was 632, but it is 832. That opens the gate. The truth awaits. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but I accidentally got my hand on the microphone. The truth awaits. Tonight we commune with the eye. When you have finished your studies for the evening, leave the library and join us in the chamber. The relic will look inside us and we must aid its search. The void lies inwards. We must bring it to the surface to see its truth. Bring 3 sharp knives. And we got another bone charm. Didn't get to see what it's called though. Maybe mobile mimicry? Strike dilation, I think, because I can't remember that. Briefly slow time when using void strike against an enemy. Okay, so we're back at 20. Apparently we can get inside this building. Same letter, the truth awaits. Okay, so we can get inside here. But I have no idea what this building actually is. Let's go check out this other place first.
Licking blood from dead in its fingers. Too
This is an elevator, but I'm guessing that it requires... Yeah, it requires whale oil. Well, I think this is a good place to end the episode. So... we'll go into that building in the next episode and probably find some way to power up this elevator. But for now, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.